Benelli Tornado TNT Review and Price 2017. Benelli put together the TNT 300 Tornado with both the entry-level market and the frugal commuter segment in mind. This sporty little ride brings an unintimidating power plant to the table tucked away in a naked sport bike assembly that fits in with current styling standards and carries more than a little Italian DNA. Sophisticated enough to pass muster with the emissions folks, this ride nevertheless presents a relatively simple alternative to some of the available options on the market today. Competition is stiff in the bottom-tier street bikes from some very well-established names, and while Benelli enjoys some 100-year-plus roots itself, the name now belongs to the Xianzhong Group, QJ, based in China. Today I'm going to take a look and see how well the transition is working out for this storied Italian company. A naked standard, the Tornado carries many of the design aspects we expect from the class, and you can still see shades of the old country in the curves of the lines. The entry consists of the usual isolated headlight can with a teeny tiny fly screen/wind deflector up top. Fly screens don't do much to begin with, and I have serious doubts as to whether this vestigial detail does anything noticeable at all. A stylized front fairing adds a little flair at the front end and pulls double duty as it protects the swept area of the forks from dust and debris. A bit of pullback at the bars allows for an upright riding position, but the lines of the fuel tank allow the rider to tuck in with knee hangers on the tank for some body English. Getting up close and personal with this bike starts to reveal some details that aren't quite as polished as the competition. A trestle-type frame made of welded sections of steel tubing certainly looks strong enough, but the beads stand a little too proud for my taste. Engineered spars made of tubing is one thing, but the asymmetrical swing arm made from the same material is a little off-putting to say the least. A 4-stroke, parallel twin engine serves as the beating heart for this sled, and though it's rather unremarkable overall, it's a proper screamer with a 12,000 RPM red line. The 65mm bore and 45.2mm stroke give us 300 cubic centimeters on the nose, and a 12:1 compression ratio means you'll be buying the high-octane champagne if you want to keep the thing from dieseling or knocking. Dual overhead cams time the 4-valve heads, and the water jacket and radiator deals with the waste heat. In spite of the electronic fuel injection and catalytic converters, this mill only manages to meet Euro 3 emissions standards. Bottom line here is there is a major engine redesign on the horizon for Benelli if it wants to keep selling in Europe and North America. The power figures are sort of middling with 37.6 horsepower at 10,000 RPM and 20.21 pounds of grunt at 9,000 RPM. In light of the 432-pound curb weight, the power output is sufficient for a bit of fun without taxing a beginner's skill set too much and should allow it to keep up with some of its better-known competitors out of Japan. A standard, non-slipper clutch couples engine power to the 6-speed transmission with a tough chain drive to make the final connection to the pavement. Buyers in the US can expect to pay $3,999 for this entry-level crotch rocket. It's a budget-minded price tag, but remember that a good deal isn't always a good deal over the long haul. Thanks for watching.